What's up, you guys? Back here on Target Talks, episode number 20, Random. You got me, it's your boy Chuckles,
Des,
James, the usual suspects. Starting off, quick few announcements. So, Father's Day gaming, June 18th. So that's a couple weeks from now. I don't know. It's a Sunday. So, what that means is fathers get to play for free. So if you pay for your child's admission, whether it's regular admission or rental, their admission is free. You still have to pay for rental as a parent, which is just $20 if you have to rent. But if you don't have to, then free admission for the day. So that's cool. Gaming's 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. It's gonna be pretty cool.
cool. And so the way the stream's gonna work is, if you have anything you want to talk about, throw it down in the comments, and we'll be addressing chat a lot on the stream this time.
Yes, I am monitoring it like
And
a hawk.
he's not going to just silently respond in a corner this time. He'll actually talk.
We'll have some good stuff.
Wait, well, I usually talk.
Yeah, okay. But yeah,
All right. If we're going
You're talking
there,
about it, something just like, oh yeah.
if we're going there, talking about people who don't talk, Isaiah is very shy when it comes to
Ow.
speaking.
Fucking shots fired, and the kid's not even here to defend himself.
Yeah,
That's not cool.
What a jerk.
yeah, I am a jerk, but
That's not cool.
I feel attacked. Hello, Dean. Hello,
Oh, we
Ben.
can talk about the SWAT meeting. Yeah, guys.
Yeah, so you guys were there for it. How do you think it went over?
I think
I think it was pretty good.
I'd like to think it went really well. We ended up having like 10 or more. Like we had to have at least like 12 different tables or so of people that came. Like we had a decent number of just walk-ons, people that came up. And I don't think there was a single person that didn't sell something. Like I'm pretty sure every table like sold guns, sold off some gear. I know Isaiah made money. I made $8 selling my Thunder B cores or shells. So
No one bought my sniper though.
wow, surprise!
Well, when things suck, they don't sell as well.
That's a very specific parameter you set for people that want that, and that is people that are poor that just watch a bunch of Noverage videos that are just like, I want to be a sniper too.
Poor people that watch Dogbridge videos.
Not poor people, but they define that's their word. That's not mine. They define themselves as poor. But I like to think it went really well. Like I know a kid came in, he was looking to get into it.
I'm gonna come, you just whipped that shit out of nowhere. I was like, oh, that was cool.
Jesus.
This is mad at me today.
Because you're a dingus.
I don't check my phone for 2 hours, at a time.
So yeah, we're supposed to be here for 4 to prep for the stream. He gets, at 4:20, he's like, oh, I'm on my way. It's only like a 25-minute drive.
I'm sorry. I was watching Game of Thrones with Jesse. Phone was nowhere.
So, anyways, I knew a bunch of people got like some cool stuff. People picked up helmets. I picked up guns. This one kid who was like trying to start getting into it, had some birthday money he wanted to spend. His birthday present. He came in the store. He ended up getting a dye mask, which was a great idea. We'll talk about that more later. And then he went into the swap meet and bought like gloves, he bought shamag, he bought BDUs. He really got himself like a decent setup, which was super cool. And then he's gonna come back and buy everything else next time. But he was able to get stuff for cheap, so a lot of people moved just an excess amount of stuff. I know I picked up I don't remember what kind, but I picked up a fly chest rig from Trap. So
Nice.
thing looked pretty. It's pretty baller.
Nice.
Yeah, I wanted to stop by, but I ended up, I don't remember what I had to do, but I had to do a bunch of stuff.
I was busy.
Busy day.
But it was nice. Originally, we didn't have a lot of people ended up showing up to play too. So I think just about everybody walked in there and was like, I'm going to spend money on something. And
Work.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Fun
So
environment.
I had like customers and like the vendor all alike telling me, yo, you got to do this again. So September, October, we'll probably be looking to do the next one because that'll be in one of the off months. So
Cool.
stay tuned for that. Make sure don't save your stuff. Try to sell your stuff now. But if you happen to have stuff then, which I guarantee you will, It's going to be the thing for you to do.
The sniper's still for sale.
Oh, now that that's out of the way, Fall of the Rising Sun, July 2nd.
Oh yes, that is
going to be our next event.
That's correct. I'm spending this week making up all the game modes for that one.
So it's all James. So James will tell you about that.
Yeah. So I guess it's for tell him about that.
That's the part where you tell him about it.
Okay.
Usually when I'm like, that's a, you know.
You need to be more obvious with me. I don't get cues very well.
James, I would like you to talk about the July 2nd event that you're currently writing. This is
your cue.
I'll get a card, just it's massive. It's like, this is yours. And I'll start throwing paper at you.
So it's going to be our 4th of July event. Every year it is super fun. So make sure you show up in your most American anything that you can. It is the Fall of the Rising Sun, so it takes place. The setting is a more loose setting of the Pacific Theater of War. So you guys, I don't even want to know what that was about. But make sure you show up in the most American apparel that you can possibly find, unless you feel like Japanese.
I was gonna say.
In that case, then show up in the most Japanese,
show up in the most appropriate camouflage.
Yes, show up in the most appropriate camouflage.
Faction appropriate camouflage. Simplify
Yes.
to that.
I mean, if you show up with a party flag, like a Nazi party flag, I mean, I guess this would be the one.
No, we've had events like that. We hung a freaking Nazi flag on the church.
Oh yeah, that's right. Anyways, but my point being,
like, throwing a flag, you wouldn't be like, that's an offensive flag. They're like,
it's like within the context, you have to understand the context.
Yeah, but don't be stupid about it. Don't walk in with your fucking hands up and shit. But no, it should be a great game. Expect to see some interesting game modes. I'm trying to tailor it to actual tactics that the Japanese used, as well as the Americans used. So you can expect a nuclear game. That will probably be.
The Death Ray gun game?
Yes, yeah, that's right. It's the Death Ray gun game.
Did I talk about in the stream where I tell you?
I think you told me that not on the stream. I think that's actually worth sharing.
Right. So this is a really funny thing, and people can fact check me if they want on this. Is during World War II, the Japanese were working on both a nuclear bomb and a microwave-powered quote-unquote death ray, basically high-intensity discharge microwave beam. And at one point, they got to a point where they only had so many resources, so many people, so much money, so on and so forth. And someone went to the emperor and said, which one should we continue working on? The microwave death ray or the nuclear bomb? And the emperor decided to go with the death ray because he thought it had more promise to being successful than the nuclear bomb. And you have to imagine when the first bomb fell, he probably went, wrong one.
Among other things, the emperor was like,
Shit.
just like,
man.
Dude.
But yeah.
Bro.
Responding to Ninja Chef real quick though, it's kind of that's a very broad topic to hit. We actually have a whole stream dedicated to it a couple ones ago. If you go look back, just quick answer though, my personal opinion would definitely stick with one of the Polar Star systems like the Jack. Everyone has their preferences, but that's certainly mine, especially given my experiences with it.
Honestly, then this is me just. I'm not a fan of Vulcan, the V12, but the other day I set one up, and once I got the settings tuned, it was actually pretty not bad.
I mean, it is a fusion engine.
Yeah, it is a fusion engine, and I do hate on it a lot. But
I
was expecting less out of it, and I was kind of like, okay, I still hate you, but
it's like buying a Mazda. It's like the cheaper version of Japanese cars.
What do you mean? Someone it's faster than a WRX. Get out of here. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Maybe if
it's faster.
If you had traction, maybe.
Oh yeah, no, around a corner. I'm talking like power, but
yeah, I'm talking like usefulness.
Oh, like on an actual track? Yeah, well.
My race car's faster in a dedicated straight line as long as there's no muscle cars either.
It's pretty quick. Seems a good driver mod, that's all.
Yeah, right?
Mazda's fast. It is.
But, Dan, do you want to hit some of the Instagram questions?
Oh yeah, I put it up on Instagram. Got a few nice
Here, pass me
question.
a suggestion box. I'm gonna look through that real quick while you're doing that.
All right, so Magnus the Just, which is Charlie, asked us, what is the first piece of gear aside from eye, face pro, and vest or plate carrier that you grab more often than not? I'm assuming that's like within the context of like you have like 2 minutes to get ready, and you can only grab like one thing other than your gun, of course, eye pro and a vest. You have all that stuff. What are you grabbing? For me, gloves, because I hate getting shot in the hands. It's the worst thing ever. I'll go without a dump pouch. I can just index my mags. I'll suck it up, or I'll just throw them on the ground and pick them up later. I literally don't care. But I want gloves. It's really important. I can be wearing a t-shirt and shorts. I don't care. But gloves are my priority. So.
Oh, well, actually, I don't think I told you about that one. So I got new masks.
Well, how do we talk
for the
about it when we
residents.
get here?
What?
Why don't we talk about it?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
Answer the question,
Keep
James.
talking.
We'll
Okay,
talk
so
about food.
ask me the question one more time. Oh. Yikes.
Whose man's is this? I'm sorry, Jesse. I feel bad.
She's just as embarrassed, trust me.
Oh, I figured. Sorry, that was a little mean. Anyways, what is the
No,
first?
it's honestly
So, what is the
alright.
first piece of gear aside from face, eye pro, and vest or plate carrier that you grab more often than not including your gun? So you have to. I'm assuming that this is within the context of you have to run. Like,
Oh,
you
like-
gotta go now. Like you're getting into
Basically, I've got like everything on me, like the basics on me.
Yeah,
and
you
then
have your
I
face
can
protection,
grab.
you have your vest, you have your gun. What other piece of gear that are you going to grab? Like I said, gloves, because I would literally, I hate getting shot in the hands. That's the first thing I would grab. I don't need knee pads. I'm not a little. I'm a man, or I just can deal with it better. But like, what would you grab?
So, if I'm being rushed, that most likely means that I'm not done reloading my magazines. So I'm gonna grab my Odin.
Ooh.
My Odin M12.
And then officially be done loading your magazines and like
Yeah,
2
exactly.
seconds later.
So usually if I'm being yelled at to leave, it's because I got back and didn't load up my mags the first thing, and so they're like, "All right, James, we're leaving now," and I'm like, "Oh wait, I've just been shooting this shit for the past 10 minutes." So then that's what I do. I just grab that and be like, "All right, coming," and then on our way to objective, I'll load up my mags. If I already have all that, then SpaghettiOs.
That's not gear.
So, but it's something that you grab if you're in a rush. Just
That's not gear. That doesn't count. That's not the answer to the question. What about you, Des? What would you grab?
What was the question again?
So what's the first
How's
piece of
reading?
gear aside from eye, face pro, and vest plate carrier that you grab more often than not? Assuming you're like, say you're in a rush, like here, like you come off and you're like, oh, there's 2 minutes. I'm on break. I gotta grab it. Let's go, or something like that. You know, you have your mask, you have your vest, you have your gun,
What's best? No, I'm just kidding.
your rig, whatever you got.
No, I just joked. I didn't wear a vest forever. I don't know. To be honest, I kind of just run my gun, vest, and mask. I mean, you see me, I hop in with my kit and I go, "Thoop," and that's my gun, and I pick it up and I throw my vest on and I start playing.
Yeah.
That's just about how it goes. Yeah.
So like, I don't know. I everything. If I have my vest, I have everything. It's kind of that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, like it's kind of like when Fry, like someone asked Fry, like, how do you get ready for a Milsim game? He's like, I don't know, I just grab my bag and throw it in my car.
no, exactly. It's
But I mean, like, I don't know. Like, I get that. All I wear is my gloves. Like, I'll be wearing a t-shirt and shorts. I'll go out there. I don't care.
all right. Like, I mean, pistol games are not gonna lie.
Oh, yeah.
Just
All
do my
right.
best.
Especially
Next.
when you get a magic shot like across the field. Oh, you weren't there for that, were you?
No.
Oh, so we did the employee night on.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I had
On
that.
Yeah,
Thursday,
that
and
was
it's
fun.
funny is because Chris scared me. I didn't know where he was. Like across the field, he shot at me. I just kind of pulled my gun up and just fired a shot and ducked behind a wall. And I was like coming back out ready to shoot again, and he goes hit, and I'm like, I literally yelled, "Really?" Because I was just like a random shot, just trying to get his head down.
That's the best. All right, speaking of pistols, the next question. What type of pistols do you recommend for beginners?
I always like to say skip the non-blowback stuff. Skip
Absolutely,
the mock blowback stuff. I know it's cheaper and it's easy to just spend less money, but really, the Elite Force 1911 is, I cannot stress how
I was
excellent
actually going to
it
say the
is.
same thing. If you didn't, I was going to say
It's an excellent starter gun. It's $110 retail here, which I think actually is below max, so we might get in trouble for the fact that I just said that out
We're
loud.
swapping off.
But
Now you're drinking it.
it is slightly over $100. It is
Yeah.
full blowback. The
Well,
mags
isn't
are
the
cheap.
A1 $94.99?
Yes,
The
yep,
A1s,
yep,
yeah,
the
the A1's
A1,
cheaper.
the very base model is less than $100.
I would always suggest getting TAC.
Yeah, because
It looks cooler. It has a
cooler.
rail.
Yep, has a rail. Also, the safety is ambidextrous as well. The sights are nicer on the
That
TAC.
only works for you, you lefty. Gross. Get out of here.
Yikes. But yeah, and the nice thing is, unless you crack the frame of that gun, we have parts to fix that because there's so many resupply kits. There's a magazine rebuild kit, a frame rebuild kit, a
Crack the
trigger
frame, you
rebuild
probably
kit.
have one of those in the back anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So it's such a great gun. You can keep it running forever. It's cheap. It's the Elite Force 1911, best starter pistol.
That's what
hands down.
my first action. I went to Walmart. I got a $34 non-blowback HK USB, and I had some fun with it. Like it was aight, but like it wasn't good enough. So I ended up when I got to it, the first pistol I ever bought was the TAC, the 1911 TAC. I love that thing. I dropped it a million times. Thing's full metal, so it puts up with a lot of punishment. Like I beat the shit out of it, and it broke one time and exploded. And I didn't know, like at this time, like this was a couple of years ago, but I didn't know that I could replace any of the parts. So I was just like, well, I'm just going to give that in pieces to Giuseppe, and I'm going to trade this other pistol I have for the standard. I traded it for the A1, which I just like better. I don't need all of that. I'm not going to need an ambidextrous selector setting. I don't need aggressive cuts on the rail to grab.
Pick it up, you know it's going to shoot.
Yeah, exactly. And it looks kind of
Good
old
for that.
school. And that's cool for say I do a World War II game. Oh, cool, it looks legit.
But if you buy that, the one thing is don't crank the CO2 cartridge in too hard.
Please don't, because
That's how people
over
break
time, that's
every one
how
of their
bad
freaking
things happen.
magazines doing
Yep.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesse says hi to all of us.
Hi, Jesse.
What I was going to say is, though I will say there is one real, I don't know if we brought it back in stock, the non-blowback HK45 from Umarex. It's like
Those ones are
$54.99, I want
I
to
think,
say.
I think it was actually 45.
Right, it was
those ones
super.
were
If you really don't want to spend the $100 on a pistol, I'd say that's probably the one non-blowback pistol I'd suggest because it's built well, it looks good, and you get like 200 shots per CO2 cartridge.
Yeah.
So like, to be fair, if you want something you can literally just throw in your backpack and pull out and know it's going to shoot a pellet.
Yeah.
It's not a bad
that wouldn't be a
option.
bad
No,
option.
those ones are good. I've seen a kid coming here for a year, and that's still the only thing that he runs, and I can
I
just
think I know what you're
dumbfound
talking
him.
about.
It's
Yeah.
that one kid, and that's the only thing he uses.
And I don't think I've seen any of those break short of someone
Trying to.
Smash it. Yeah, no, those things are solid. I mean, a non-blowback gun, nothing needs to move. Everything's super solid, so
Yeah.
that's super swag.
But any
Good
more
stuff.
questions on Instagram?
Carson asked, "Why does my stock sound like a maraca?" Okay.
Do you have BBs in your stock? Do you have M&M's?
like,
Do you keep tactical M&M's in your stock?
but I was gonna.
Or do you mean if it's wobbling on the buffer tube?
If it's wobbling,
check that you don't have a commercial spec stock on a mil spec top stock. Blah, 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 blah. Check you don't have a commercial spec stock on a mil spec stock.
It happens a lot with the Crytacs. He has a Crytac. I have a Crytac. Like the stock
Because
really,
Crytek likes to be proprietary and stupid.
yeah, it's the stocks get wobbly pretty easily.
Tricks with that is just if you take it off and just literally put one thing of electrical tape on the top of the buffer tube. A lot of times that just tightens it up pretty good.
Yeah.
Or like if you have shrink wrap. Well, no, I don't think you could make shrink wrap. Yeah, I usually just do one strip of electrical tape and it's good. Or get a better stock.
That's it. I only have the issue with the buffer tube comes loose all the time, so I always find myself like tightening it a million times.
Fair enough. Anything else?
How do you handle people not calling their hits? What is the process of what goes on?
Okay, I think this is a good one. So,
Yeah.
one thing, actually, I'll take this one and then you can kind of jump in where you want.
Yeah.
Is so the biggest thing is it starts with the player that thinks they're shooting them kind of thing. Is don't call other people's hits. Don't do the I shot you blah 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 blah, because at the end of the day, then when the ref gets involved, it's very he said, she said at the point of the ref doesn't really have any way to go.
Yeah.
The best thing you can do is if you're shooting someone and you're really convinced you're shooting them and they're just not calling it, take yourself out of play for a second, go find a ref, tell the ref what the person looks like and where they are at the moment. Because when 10 minutes has gone by and you said there was someone not calling hits on the band team, and the ref goes, okay, what do they look like? And you go, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the worst.
There is nothing the ref can do. Even if you say, he was wearing the best I've heard is, he was wearing a vest and a mask. And you're like, cool.
Or he's
the best thing you can do, like I said, is ask a ref to go look at the player. Just say, and the best thing, approach a ref, just say, hey, I'm having a little bit of an issue with that guy over there calling hits near the hospital wearing a tan vest. Would you mind going to look at him? And I guarantee you the ref will go look at him.
The ref will be able to find that person.
Because when I used to ref, I loved when people said that. Because I was like, cool.
It makes it easy.
It makes it so much easier for the refs.
Yeah.
So the ref will go watch that person. If the ref catches them not calling a hit, it's automatically sitting a game.
Yeah.
And if the person does it again that day, it's just like, go away kind of thing.
Yeah.
And also is, you might think we're oblivious sometimes, but we have a pretty good idea of the kind of players who aren't calling hits, and we recognize who they are. And if we have this same issue with the same player more than 1 or 2 days, then we start to talk to them about just not coming back. Kind of.
Yeah.
Which generally doesn't happen. Usually you have an issue with a player, you talk to them, you're like, hey, there's a lot of people saying I'm not doing this, like, these are the consequences if you continue. Most of the time they get a lot better about it, because they're like, oh, okay, I'm getting caught, like, I want to keep playing, I'm not going to keep doing this. Also mind that sometimes on the counterpart, we have a lot of players who think they're shooting someone, and probably the best experience I've had in terms of funniness is people buy a red dot sight, throw it on their gun, and they immediately think they rest their dot on someone, they're shooting them.
I am a laser. Like, I have a laser
Probably
gun.
my favorite experience ever, because I was on the receiving end of it, and I almost died laughing, is this was back when I first had my Polar Star, I was sitting behind a tire, and Jimmy was to my left, reffing, I don't even think we had the shields at that time.
Ooh. And
there was a guy I was exchanging shots with across the field. And I'd shoot at him, and I'd come back, and I'd hear his gun go off, pop, pop, pop. And I'd hear Jimmy go, ah, ah, ah. And he'd shoot Jimmy. And I'd shoot the kid again, and shots would come back, and they'd hit Jimmy. And he'd say, call your hits, call your hits. I'm like, you're not hitting me. And I'd shoot at him again.
Well, Jimmy's just like...
Yeah. So basically, the kid's sight was slightly off. And he had his sight on me, but all the pellets were just hitting Jimmy 3 feet to my left.
Oh, that's bad.
And me and Jimmy kind of laughed and realized what was happening, but the fact of the matter is you might be thinking you're hitting someone, and in reality, that's happening. So also respect that might be the case. But again, at that point, say, go talk to a ref. And I've done this as a ref as well. Someone's like, I'm hitting them, and I walk over to that person, I'm watching the pellets go.
Yeah, they're going right by.
Like that person, I'll go find the person that asked me to talk to a ref and be like, "Oh, hey, by the way, you're shooting to the left of him. You're not actually hitting him."
Yeah, actually, Isaiah Torres, one of the employees, he said, move up on them and give them the benefit of the doubt that you may not be hitting them.
Yeah.
So at the same point, like instead of getting mad and immediately assuming they're not calling it, just move up on them and shoot them some more.
It's the same thing indoor or outdoor.
But never take it into your own hands, though. Don't like just give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, all right, maybe I actually didn't hit him.
And don't break the rules to do that. Like, you're like, oh, okay, I guess I can just go full auto. Like that is absolutely. If they're breaking the rules, how do you solve the problem? By breaking the rules yourself.
If you break the rules in response, once again, that leaves the ref in a position in which he has no side to take.
Yeah, so
he
both
just
of you will get, you guys.
Or if you're like, oh, I'm going to full auto and shoot him some more, you're probably going to get sat, and then he'll have no proof the other person wasn't calling hits, and the other person will probably keep playing.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you break rules in response or don't call your own hits in response, it literally just makes everything worse.
Yeah, so this is an honor-based game, so it's important to play with respect.
Yeah, the only way that this works is that everybody does it.
And I'm saying this as not a someone who has to ref games. I'm saying this as a player. Because I've seen it happen. I've seen it break down. Everyone stops calling hits, and then you just don't have fun.
And it just is like this like angry, this angry just like shit fest.
But like I said, back to what Isaiah said is the best thing you can do is move into a position in which you're hitting them without question.
Yeah.
Make it so that you hit them in a way that they can't. they're like, okay, there's no way I can't call this because it's blatant. Like if you're tapping someone on the shoulder, sometimes A, they might not feel it, or B, if they're a little dishonorable, they might be like, oh, I just moved my shoulder. But if you go to somebody, they're gonna be like, they can't avoid the fact that they just
exactly.
And also, like, if you can see them wearing heavy, like, kit and everything, like, sometimes they're just, it might not register. The music can be loud, they can't hear it, sometimes they can't feel it. So just, again, talk to a referee to go over there and be like, hey, identify the person, obviously. And then especially outdoors, like, there's brush gets in the way of everything. So, like, there's no way that you can, unless you're really close, like, engagements are so far away. And if you're shooting a 350 FPS gun, you're not really...
Yeah, you might not be pushing.
You might not be hitting... You're not hitting that person at 350 if you're far enough away. You're going to be hitting
a polar star.
Well, yeah.
Actually, I've got a question. This was proposed by one Robert Caramonti on Facebook.
Shit.
And he said, who is the better looking of the three of you?
Well, you're asking us?
Yes,
or is he asking us?
He asked us who is the better looking of us three.
I don't intend on
It's kind of like in the Pirates of the Caribbean movie. It's like when they're voting for the new pirate king. It's like a pirate will only vote for himself. So, I mean, I'd vote for myself, of course. I'm sure.
I'd like to think I'm a moderately attractive man.
Yeah, all right, so then Des is the tiebreaker.
I'm saying I abstain. Moving on. Anything else?
And democracy has been broken. Look at that, guys. And even number of people ruined it.
I mean, not really.
Okay, yeah,
we're good.
We're good. Like I said, if you guys have any more questions, there's Facebook chat, YouTube chat, Instagram. Just comment on any of those.
Try not Instagram though. I don't have Signal in here.
Oh shit, I have Signal.
Oh, okay. So
I didn't know you were working off a screenshot. Let me pull it up real quick. Because I figure what we'll do is we get a lot of suggestions in the suggestion box. I figured we'd take a couple minutes to kind of go through it and talk about some of the suggestions on if they might be coming down the pipe or if they're
I'm blushing.
If they're possibly like just not realistic. I did see. Oh, so actually, a couple more questions on Instagram. One is saying, how do you get banned? Is just be a multiple offender. And also a big issue, we had a recent discussion about this as well, is it's kind of the spirit of the rule breaking. Again, if someone's wearing big heavy kit, or if they're new, we're not going to ban someone for breaking some rules when either it's accidental or they didn't know.
Yeah.
It's when someone does one of two things, is either, just blatantly ignores the word of a ref, or breaks the rules as we call it maliciously.
Yeah.
They break the rules with the intention of cheating and being dishonorable in the game, and they're causing other people to not have a good time. And again, the word is intentionally.
Yeah. And sometimes you can do that all within the rule set. Right. You can ruin someone's day without breaking any rules.
Right. So
that still makes you an asshole, and that still makes you,
exactly.
Animal.
It's the spirit of the thing. So like someone that's doing it maybe because they're a little too aggressive, maybe they need to calm down a bit. That's when we kind of do maybe a 1 month ban if they really just need to bring it down level and calm down, be a little more mature. You might see a 1 to 3 month ban. When someone again is maliciously trying to hurt or ruin someone else's good time with the intention of ruining their time, that's when you see things like lifetime bans.
Yeah. And the obvious ones like stealing, fist fights, those ones are immediate, no questions asked. You're not.
Oh yeah, back. I mean those. Yeah, those go without question.
Yeah.
But I'm saying even if you're on the field and you're overshooting people, the intention of pissing them off.
If you're just trying to you should. I don't know. That's lame to me.
Yeah.
Like, don't your intention be to get it.
The intention should be.
That's not cool. You don't get cool out of that. You look like a clown because it's airsoft. This is fun, and you're ruining it for tons of people.
The intention
look like a
for
fool.
you to have a good time, not make it so someone else has a good time.
Yeah.
But
you can have fun. Sometimes it happens, or you just wreck house again. Whoop-de-doo. But it doesn't mean you have to hurt everybody.
Right.
It's feelings.
But moving on, on a more positive note. We do have a question of Crytek for VFC versus GMP.
Ooh.
If you want to upgrade your gun, VFC is it's not even a question.
VFC. If
Oh,
you
what
want-
for a base?
out of the three
So
of
if you
those,
intend on doing any upgrades to your gun,
Oh.
VSC without question.
Absolutely.
best.
Someone actually asked that?
Yeah. So
well,
GMP,
it's
GMP is a fair competitor.
But
They
they're a
used
little
to be.
proprietary.
Well, the issue with GMP is aftermarket parts never fit on them.
never.
But that point aside removed, GMP unfortunately did the same thing Crytek did recently, which GMP used to be really big. We used to stock a lot of GMP and it was very, very popular.
Oh, geez.
And then they sold all of their resale rights exclusively to Evike, and unfortunately they fell off the map.
Yep.
People didn't want to deal with Evike for returns and warranties,
Yeah.
and people stopped making things for GMP guns, so GMP guns just stopped being sold. And unfortunately, that's probably the way Crytek's going to go as well. I'm on the Crytek owners group, and unfortunately, one of the designers at Crytek's also in that group, and he even says the same thing. He's like, "Oh, if there's any problems with your guns, you have to go through Evike. There's nothing we can do."
Yeah.
And
that's
people are
only,
like, "My gun showed up broken in half, and Evike said it's my fault before I opened the box." And the guy's like, "Too bad."
That's why. I mean,
So-
that's what it
Geez, I'm
is.
sure
That's-
he'll be needing a job pretty soon.
Right. I think he's like one of the head guys at Crytek.
Well, yeah. Well, the joke is that Crytek is gonna die.
Well,
and he's
so-
gonna be out of the job.
Yeah, I see. In my opinion, I think Chris Arms probably entered the airsoft market thinking they could make a lot of money. Then they
It wasn't
realized.
as instant as they had
Then
hoped.
they realized there's too much drama in airsoft, and I think they're just trying to remove themselves from dealing with customers.
I don't blame them. That's the case.
Yeah.
I
Just because
mean,
Chris makes so much more money than Crytek's going to.
oh, absolutely.
Right, the
It's
sale
not-
of one real Chris Vector.
Yeah, would
It's
be like
probably
would probably be
like
like four, yeah, 4 or 5
Yeah.
like Crytek's.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
I agree.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, and the thing that kind of is the downside about Crytek's with in contrast to VFC is there's not really a lot of like compatible parts. Like there's not really a lot you can
And
like
your overseas
in order
is
to in order
Yep.
for like Isaiah wanted to upgrade his MOSFET pistons and everything. He had to swap to a KWA gearbox shell. So we had to use a KWA shell, and then you can't use like most gears won't work.
Yep,
You
KWA
need
is
to
very
heavily modify.
proprietary.
If you're going to use a piston, you have to use like. There's a lot of proprietary stuff. I mean,
to be fair, there's reasons for that. They used a thicker shell to make it stronger because
Yeah,
version 2
it's
gearboxes
reinforced, which is
inherently
really
break in
nice.
half. They had a lot of great engineering
Oh, yeah.
aspects to it. I'm just very sad they went the way they did.
They went the way
because
of-
inevitably
yeah.
it just reduces the overall quality and customer support of the rifle.
yeah,
But we've talked about that plenty in the end. The answer to the question overall,
is
VFC,
and
without question, is the way to
It's,
go.
it's
Yeah.
so obvious.
The Elite Force, Elite Force backs up the product beyond
with a 1-year warranty.
better than any company
Yeah.
on the market. Maybe ASG would be the only competitor.
ASG
warranty-wise.
is the only one.
G&G is doing really well with that. They've G&G
Have they
has
actually
allowed-
gone back up with their
Do they
warranty?
have-
Because they
yeah.
had a 2-year warranty.
Oh, in terms of that warranty?
Oh, yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah.
Not for that, but within the warranty period.
Okay, yeah, G&G
Yeah.
is great within the
G&G 's
warranty.
Yeah, within the warranty.
Elite Force is great for a much longer warranty.
Yes,
But
yeah.
G&G is awesome.
Yeah.
I remember they had a 2-year warranty for their top techs for 3 months. And then they said, 90-day warranty.
Yeah.
I think they realized, oh,
Like,
that's not good.
Compression parts aren't proprietary. Everything else. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, compression parts usually. That's why you say piston. It's like,
My bad.
But well, moving on. I want to move into some of the suggestion stuff.
Yeah, so if you guys have written us a suggestion,
And we do check this.
Yeah,
Here's
I
freaking
check the
proof.
suggestions like every Sunday.
We laugh at them
weed some of
constantly.
them
No, I'm
out.
just kidding.
oh my god, if I had more time, I'd run into the office and go look for like the best ones that we've kept,
Yeah.
like the really
Something
good
like
ones.
So yeah, just starting right off the. Actually, I have a pile of good ones. I'll get to those in a little bit. I want to look at some of the funny ones. Have more pistol shotgun nights. Show up to more pistol shotgun
Yeah,
nights.
please.
Then
If
we'll
you
have
want more
them.
of those, we'll
Yeah.
do that.
So the issue is when we have a low turnout, it doesn't motivate us to keep doing it.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
the more you show up to, the more often we're going to do it. I'm right there with you. I freaking love the pistol shotgun
I will
nights.
run pistols all day,
It's
every day.
such a good time, especially in this environment.
Yeah.
And you can shoot people without being like, I'm going to put a hole through them.
Yeah, because I mean, you can only shoot.
Most guns are shooting at a lower FPS anyway.
and you can't spray BBs at other people.
That too.
And you could do fun stuff like jump across doorways while
Yeah.
you're shooting.
You can use you can move a lot more quickly and stealth. You just have so I don't know.
And when
It's CQB. It leads itself to a more CQB based action. So pistols and shotguns is as like gritty as it gets in terms of that.
Yeah. And it feels more real since
it does.
like everything is
It does.
you know,
Well, that's why I like gas blowback rifles.
Yeah.
But if we had a gas blowback only night, that would be.
That'd be crazy.
But no one would come because like 6 people have it.
Then I'd have an excuse to buy that Daytona. MP5.
No, I would say it has to be gas and mag. We'll talk about the MP5 in a bit though, but because that's just the idea of a gas blowback night would be the 30 rounds.
Yeah,
the 30
the low
rounds.
capacity.
I could load up 30 rounds in my mag. Like, I'd be cool with that. Yes, I would. Don't give me that look. Yes, I would.
It's okay.
Either way, we'll talk about the MP5.
Show up to more pistol shotgun nights, like.
And there will be more. Exactly.
There will, yeah. The third Thursday of every month, unless there's like vacation work, push it to like the 4th or something.
Yeah.
But we always try to do that. People like it. People come out.
Check our
We
calendar
want
on
people
the
to come
website.
out. We have it on the website. We always create events. We do this.
You know what's the best part about a pistol shotgun night is too? Is when someone's across the field with an AEG and you're like, oh, I can't move from this cover because I'm going to get shot.
Yeah.
When they're across the field with a pistol, you're like,
You kind of
cool, I can just sprint and they're not
yeah.
going to. They're likely not going to hit me. So
Yeah.
there's a lot more movement that goes on during one of these nights.
What? Ben Tran asks, AR pistols are pistols, right?
No.
Well, according to the ATF, he's correct.
No, I thought that changed.
No, that just had to do with
that was the
shouldering
stock.
the stock. Yeah, but technically it is a pistol. But
And
no,
Charles, we actually once did have Moxie in the vending machine. I think we sold 2 cans in before they went stale.
Yeah.
No one buys Moxie.
No,
I'm sorry. Sorry to inform you that.
I think both of them were Foosh too.
Yeah,
Foosh
possibly.
loved that
No, I think
stuff.
I drank one and I took a sip and I went, "What is this?"
Oh.
Nerf rules video. I think we actually talked about. So if anyone there comes to their Nerf nights or has maybe siblings or children that come to the Nerf nights, it's always a good hit. Nerf rules video is probably not the worst idea.
Yeah.
We probably will actually
That's something
need
to
do
consider,
that at some point. Obviously,
Definitely.
it's a very different rule set. Or we just have the rest actually, go over the video.
Do a brief
rules a little more.
Yeah.
But either way, let's see what else. Nerf rules video written in the same handwriting. I wonder if that was the same person. Get iced tea back, I think. Or it says gay iced tea back.
I think it's
It's a little hard to tell.
Yeah, we don't do that in the
Gay ice.
And again,
lunch anymore. Do we?
well, no, we used to have iced tea in the
That's
vending,
what it
in
was.
the vending machines, but again, it went stale.
Ah.
So unfortunately, when stuff goes stale, it costs us money. So yeah, maybe we'll do another run of iced tea at some point, but
Yeah, I'll bring it
just
back.
a limited amount. Then people are actually gonna want it. You're gonna have to read comments because I can't read it on my glasses. Love the new masks. So you were gonna tell me about new masks that you got for the rental fleet.
Oh yes. So if you've rented from us before, you know that our masks, they get the job done, but the lenses are a little scratched up,
The foam's missing on
the foam is
90%.
missing on 90% of them.
And
They're in need of repair, and so I'm trying out these.
They're also 4 years old or something like that at
Yeah.
this point. So
Yeah, they need repair and or replacement, and so I was able to find these Vulcan masks that are made specifically for field rentals.
didn't go in.
Get that later.
And these Vulcan masks, they're just as uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie.
Are they dual pane or single?
Yes, but they're dual pane, and they
Okay.
have much bigger lenses, so they don't fog at all. You can actually see through them. And one of the comments was just, "Thank you for the new goggles."
Yeah.
And so I've been having the reps hand those out first and
Yeah.
ask them how they like it. And we've got a lot of
No,
positive
the dual
feedback.
panes. I've been saying it for years. The dual panes are needed with rentals.
Yeah.
A lot of people renting aren't moving forward at a pace which puts enough air across the lens to
Yeah,
make it
exactly.
high.
Yep.
A lot of people that are renting stay behind cover for a while, and you kind of need that dual pane.
Yeah. And also, like, if they're renting, they're probably looking to get into it too.
Yeah,
If their
so
first
that's-
experience is seeing a lot of sweat in front of their.
If their first thing is
self-cave on, is it?
No.
No, I mean that's the number of I've seen a bunch of those that are just like some. I had one once I think that said left after 2 games, couldn't see anything. You need new masks or something. Which they did leave. I remember those 2 people that did leave.
So we got new masks. Come back.
We're working on these guys. We're getting hope. I mean, they're the MI3s, right? The annex, the MI3s.
Yes,
Like
the
all
MI3s.
Oh yeah, those are fantastic.
But the MI3s come with single panes, but these ones are upgraded with the dual panes.
Yeah. No, we used to sell those. Yeah, they're great.
They're excellent. Yep.
Good
I think
beginner
we were talking about
masks.
using those as rental masks a while back. So
Yeah. Well, yeah.
The
I found them
importance
on the
is
Vulcan
that-
dealer site, and I'm like, wow. Good
But
deal.
as we know, the most important thing,
$14 phone
the most important thing
That
is
was crazy.
being able to see out on the field. Because how am I supposed to play airsoft if I can't see anything?
So yeah, do this.
But yeah, keep going. Is we have one give Kayvon the auxiliary.
Oh my god, okay, you guys. This is like the 30th time in the past 2 or 3 months that I've actually gotten that.
It's probably the same person.
It's
the issue
Kayvon, it's Aaron, or it's DeAndre.
The
All
issue
of
is
the,
we can't have explicit music here.
Yeah,
as an entertainment facility with most people below the age of 18, we can't have explicit music. And I don't know about you, I don't have explicit free music on my phone. Probably neither do them.
Yeah. No, it's like, but I really think it's just because Kayvon's black, so that's probably it. So they think that he has some fire playlist. I mean, honestly though, but he does
No,
the stereotypes
Kayvon-
are true. Like he's gonna fire playlist. But I'm gonna stop talking.
You
because
could just have said, yeah, because
How's that?
talking. Yeah,
Yeah.
digging away. Just give me an excavator real quick.
So RC tanks, yes, that's an interesting way to form a sentence.
RC tanks, yes.
RC, like race
Or
car.
remote control tanks. I
Remote
assume.
control.
Like remote control airsoft tanks.
And then yes.
I want those.
Sounds like a cool idea until someone's $200 thing gets stepped on 3 seconds into the first game.
Yeah.
Also, it's like the definition of blind firing.
Yeah.
Also, when those things shoot up and it goes up someone's mask into their nose, not ideally safe.
Also
unfortunately,
unacceptable.
that
I think
one.
of a booger
No.
pun.
Unfortunately, that one's probably never going to happen for safety reasons, as well as just gameplay and risk and all the things.
All the common sense things.
Are you kidding me?
Give Kayvon the
It's
off.
the same handwriting. It's the freaking same handwriting.
Yeah, no, but they spelled it right that time, didn't they?
Yeah, they spelled Kayvon.
Maybe they asked him how to spell his name. So this is a funny one to me. To get better guns, I assume that's for rental guns.
We have 3 different kinds of rental guns.
They're all pretty good, and if you really want a better gun, buy one.
Buy one. Yeah, the purpose of rentals aren't to get you 100% kitted out. They're supposed to give you a
And I
competitive
think
rifle.
We have very competitive rentals compared to
The
other
KWAs
Yeah,
are
Some-
really-
metal-bodied rentals. How crazy is
Some
that?
fields rent out just literally shotguns.
Yeah.
Like they're renting out actual AGs.
Yeah, like
So-
most of them you'll see like the G&G comment machines, which are great, but we have KWAs. And then we have the upgraded amoebas with the MOSFETs
Those are
inside
a lot of
them
fun.
too.
Those
Yeah,
ones
they're
are good.
crazy. We have really nice
The
rentals.
best part is I had someone one time tell me, "Oh, you can't really play with a rental gun. It's not competitive." Yada yada. I went, "Okay," and I grabbed one of those amoebas and just wreck shop with it. And I'm like, "I own a rental gun."
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the plan.
exactly. It does not matter what gun you have. And I've had this argument, be like, oh, like some kid with a Polar Star was getting sat, and he was like, oh, well, like, what are you talking about? Like, I have, like, the better gun in this situation. Like, he basically was trying to convince me that because his gun was expensive, that he was a better player and he wasn't at fault. I'm like, dude, I'll go on this, I'll grab the crappiest rental in our rental fleet, and I'll go out and, like, destroy you.
Right.
Like, it's, like,
That
the
happened
gun
to me.
doesn't make you good.
I was
It
playing.
can help.
It's a tool, yes. The gun is a tool, and having nice tools does help, but it still is a tool.
Like I could have the best drill in the world. Doesn't make me a contractor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
exactly.
But on that note, though, if you've been around for a while and you've used our rental guns for a while, which ones have been your favorite? My favorites, the WE Navy SEAL guns were so good.
They were like.
Those were nice.
They
I'm kind
lasted
of liking these
so
these
long.
KWAs are
The
working.
KWAs are good too. Yeah, I just liked how we didn't open up one of the WE guns for a solid year.
Really?
And I don't mean I don't mean that there was one we didn't open up. I mean we didn't touch or repair any of them for a
Yeah,
year.
those ones were like.
That's pretty incredible.
They're-
But unfortunately now they're price different and stuff like that. And some places they have Polar Star rentals. I'd be very curious to see somewhere like that. If you want to throw us a link for your
Yeah,
source.
that'd be cool.
Unless it
We
was-
actually, it's funny because we actually talked about, me and Lenny discussed that a while back. to see if there's a way to make it plausible just because of reliability, and it just wasn't.
Yeah.
Reliability is nice.
I'd be more concerned. I mean, like we are getting like GPS trackers for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like I feel like
we could get like an RFID thing.
It doesn't matter if it shoots 15 feet. Minimum engagement distance is 5 feet. Get close up, don't suck.
Gateways only shoot 15 feet. Turn the hop up.
Yeah.
Like you're allowed to adjust.
I grabbed one. My gun went down in the middle of the game. I ran out. I went to the rental shop. Give me a rental now. Took the thing and I was like, so what if I can't like hit 50, 70 feet away? I was like, I'm still gonna get up close and I'm gonna shoot everybody.
Exactly.
Like,
no, but like I said, not that the rentals should be like crap.
Yeah.
A lot of times the hop-ups, just from vibration, get turned off after a while.
Yeah.
If you open up that little dust cover and turn the hop-up a bit, usually kind of works fine.
Yeah, because they don't use like a rotary cell. They use the same
Yeah.
for generic.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna do that.
Exactly. I mean, I've come by on days where I didn't have anything with me, and I'm like, yeah, I want to get a game or two in, and I'll just grab a rental and hop out there. And they do fine for me.
Yeah.
This is definitely what I would adjust. It says more game modes like Michael Myers, which is one of the games we play when there's like 5 to 10 kids left.
Yep.
If you want to play games like that, obviously we can't do it when there's 80 kids here. It's just not plausible. But if you want to play those games where it's just, like I said, like 5 to 10 guys, is 2 things. A, show up early in the day. If you show up like 10 or 11, something like that, and you're ready to play at 11 o'clock, most people are still getting their kits ready. Go to the rest, be like, hey, can me and a few of the other guys that are ready to play do a Trouble and Terrorist tag, or a Michael Myers game, or whatever game type you want. And a lot of times the rest will just be like, okay, since there's 5, 6 of you, let's do it. Or on the same token, stay till the end of the day.
Yeah.
And again,
that's that comment. We just did that yesterday. I ran Michael Myers.
Yeah, actually, yesterday was a smaller turnout, and so the rest were actually the rest are always coming up to me with different game ideas that they're doing. They're always trying new stuff.
So we don't like to try the brand new games with 80 people for safety reasons. We don't know how the game's going to do. When you come by and you stay till the end of the night and there's only a few people left,
you can do anything you want.
Right. But don't be afraid to ask a ref. On the same token, if the ref says no, don't bug the shit out of them.
Yeah, don't bug them about it.
But, I mean, a lot of times, like I say, if you go to a ref and you're like, we want to do Trouble in Terrorist Town, there's only 6 or 7 of us left. They'll be like, yeah, because I'll tell you, Trouble in Terrorist Town is one of my favorite games to ref because it's hilarious.
Oh, it is absolutely hilarious.
It's
because
so
at that point,
funny.
airsofters become actors, and that's probably one of the funniest things you can see.
Exactly.
Because they're trying to act like, they totally aren't just about to shoot this guy when he turns around, and so they gotta like play it cool.
So yeah, when there's like I said, when there's like less than 10 guys left, just talk to the ref, ask them, tell them what you want to do, and a lot of times they're more than open for suggestions, especially if a whole bunch of you want to play, return back to a different point. If you're like, oh, we all want to play Capture the Flag. Tell the ref. They're there to make you happy. Yeah. They're like, hey, a bunch of us want to play Capture the Flag. A lot of times the refs will be like, hey, everyone else want to play Capture the Flag? Cool, let's do it.
Yeah. Yep. Same thing with pistol gun, with pistol games. If everyone
there's only a few people left, and as long as you're not excluding people.
Yeah.
So that's a hard one. If someone wants to play and they don't have a pistol, you can't run a pistol in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, like I said, just be with the refs, stuff like that. They'll keep you happy.
They'll keep you happy.
Love the new mask.
Oh, nice.
Window stickers and bumper stickers.
Yep.
Again, same handwriting. Something tells me this is Mr. Charles Burke, given I've seen your comments.
Well, actually, those are we are gonna be doing stickers. We just need to get approved for them from the above.
Mm-hmm.
The guys upstairs need to approve it. You know what I mean?
But we'll be doing that very soon.
Yes, it's probably gonna be a thing.
It's in its works. In the works, literally. Let us sit down during briefings. The issue is that most of you won't stand back up.
Yep.
The idea of briefings to get you energized and ready for the game, and if everyone was sitting down.
You guys are just like crawling.
Is it that long that you just make sure everybody shuts up, and then you don't have to stand around for briefing should take less than a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone should get up to the wall, they should be quiet, blah, 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 referee, this is the game mode, this is the objective, respawn rules, any questions, go!
And if you get up there faster, it's less time. If everyone got up there faster, they wouldn't have to stand as long.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unless you're somebody that has a serious physical deformity or issue or something, like, get over yourself.
So I like this. Different types.
Next weekend, there's gonna be a guy rolling in a wheelchair, and he's gonna be like, "Fuck you guys."
No, that's what I'm saying. I was like, yo, I mean, if he wants to stand up, he can stand up, but he has an exemption from the rule. No, I mean,
Right. So I like,
stand up.
So I like this one. Different types of meal choices. We've actually discussed this a bunch of times in the past. Something we would like to do in the future, but for the time being, it's not feasible.
We might be able to do like pepperoni pizza.
We actually did it in the past, I believe, for a very short period of time. It was with like Quick Ricks down the street, I think. Otherwise, yeah, it's something like if who do we get for pizza now?
Twisted. Yeah,
Right, Twisted. They're pretty good. Do they do things like burgers or dogs or?
Yeah.
They do a bunch
A
of stuff.
hot dog for lunch. Yeah.
So like I said, maybe in the future. Right now it's a little difficult. We're finally getting lunch tickets done right. That took 6 years.
Yeah.
Similar to the previous question, bigger variety of guns. If you mean in store,
I don't
we don't
think
have
we
any
could
more wall
really-
space.
Yeah.
say,
I'm trying my best to keep us stocked up with
Right.
everything,
I
but
was gonna say, we don't really, we have a really wide, that's the widest variety, really, honestly, guns I've seen
For
for
anything
an
in the
airsoft
Northeast.
store, anywhere,
I
that's
try
a
really
lot.
hard. I try really
We
hard.
have literally just about any gun in any
Yeah, we
configuration.
usually have
There are
about 50
very
to
few.
60 different guns, including
Yeah.
pistols, but still.
Like,
If you mean rental guns, well, the more variety of rental guns, more hard it is to
Then no
fix
one would
them.
buy an airsoft gun
It's
from
harder
us.
to fix that when we have
Like,
Yeah,
you should think about
I
the fact
mean,
that we are a business.
So these ones, a lot of these are the same, so I'm going to go through them real quick. Is more game modes. We are actually working on that currently.
Yep.
New
Whereas
ones.
our reps are really going crazy with that recently.
We want to maybe next month kind of do like a month where all the game modes are thrown out the window and we do stuff completely different.
we're trying to put together new games. We're trying to revamp or find better ways to run, more effective systems in place.
So this is the game I was thinking. I told you guys about this the other week. I want you guys in the comments tell me what you think of this. So I can't think of a good name for it yet. I need to come up with something punny. But basically it's like airsoft basketball. If you guys have played here and you know where we set up the flags for capture the flag, instead on those beams we'll put little basketball nets. And there will be a basketball in play. You don't have to dribble it when you run or anything like that. But the idea is you have to get it into the basket. And if you're shot, you drop it where you stand. It's only one basketball. So the idea is the further you fight up the field, the closer you can get to the basket, and it'll be high up enough that generally you're going to have to use two hands, or you're not going to be able to shoot and throw a basketball at the same time, basically.
Yeah.
Not unless you're real good. You could be good. But the idea is it requires a lot of teamwork to cover you while you're making a shot, or move up to the basket, or you can try and throw it from far away, but at that point, obviously, the other team's going to get the ball if and when you miss. And then if you score a basket, it automatically goes in possession of the other team, and they try and move up the field and score a basket on your end. And just like basketball, whoever has the highest score at the end of the game wins.
Yeah.
Something totally different, something you can only do inside, really.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a lot of fun. I'd have fun doing it.
Yeah.
In the comment, let me know what you guys think of that. Cool game types like that is what we're looking to do. Kind of stuff you can really only see at an indoor field.
Airball.
With the effects that we have.
Airballs.
It's not bad,
I
actually.
kind of like
It's
that.
not bad.
I think that would be an interesting game because it's different.
Right.
It's not your normal airsoft game.
Exactly. Bring back Trouble in Terrorist Town, as discussed briefly ago. Bring back Assassin. Can't do that anymore. So Assassin, for those of you who don't know, was a game.
Favorite.
Oh, I know.
Oh, that
trust
was.
me.
Oh, dude. It's been
It was.
forever.
It was a game in which we turn off all the lights, and 1 to 3 people would go into the back of the field. So basically, 20% of the players go to the back of the field. If we had 100 people here, it'd be 5, kind of thing.
Yep.
Or not 20%, 5%. Sorry, got this mixed up. I don't know. Either way, we'd send 2 to 3 people in the back of the field with all the lights off, and their objective was to take out everybody else before they got taken out. Now they had the advantage because the light would be behind the incoming players,
Yep, and they'd have the tactical advantage of starting out.
Right? Exactly, and they could hide anywhere in the field up to like halfway point. Not gonna lie, the game was a ton of fun.
It was like even before I had
cool.
night vision or even a light on my gun. It was my favorite.
I
game
remember
of
those
all
days.
time. Assassin was a fantastic game. Rest in peace.
What was I going to say? Yeah, so it was a great game. The issue is people could trip over something small, face plant, break their gun in half. The liability just unfortunately makes it unrealistic to keep running.
Yeah.
We do have to consider your guys' safety when we make these games types.
Yeah, like the field would be pitched.
That's why some game modes
right.
just weird when they're like, oh, we thought of a new game mode. It's like
You always have to consider, is it going to be safe for everybody? And unfortunately, we came to the conclusion that game just wasn't safe enough. And when we became a big enough facility that we had a lot of players. I mean, we used to run this game when we had like 20 players on a Saturday, and that was like, a big Saturday for us was 20, 25 players. And at that point, it's like, whatever. When you're talking 60, 70 players on a Saturday
that's
now,
just too much.
You just can't.
I remember we used to be open on this place. They used to be open on Wednesdays, like over the summer, and so like me and a few of my friends would come here and we get to play, whatever, because we were the only ones that showed up. So it was like 6 of us.
So yeah, other ones, more game modes. Again, as we discussed, bring back OG Extreme. If there's anything you want us to bring back, let us know.
You got to be more specific than
OG
that.
Extreme isn't enough. And do you mean Extreme Combat, Extreme Complex, Extreme Paintball and Airsoft?
Yep. And soon to be Extreme Airsoft and Nerf.
And snacks.
Just kidding.
And snacks. No, yeah, I'm
We
kidding.
got that ice cream.
Remove wire from windows, as we just discussed.
Safety.
Safety is a big thing we have
If
to
we
consider
remove
here.
those things, do you know how many times someone would get shot in the face peeking out for 5 seconds?
Well, not only that, we're concerned about people trying
Falling.
to crawl through windows.
That too.
I one time saw somebody, I'm not going to lie, I was a little impressed, though very much so, it wasn't allowed. He parkoured over the fucking loading dock wall. Like, he got a running start, jumped on something, jumped on the top of the garage door, and rolled over the top of the loading dock wall. Again, part of me was like, oh my god, that's
a second-story building.
Yeah, like I said, part of me was like, oh my god, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. Part of me was like, what are you doing? A lot more of me was like, what are you doing?
It would just be like, dude, you're off the field for this game, but that was awesome.
Right. That's not saying anybody should do this.
Please don't ever
But
do that.
it was, like I said, it was like,
Jeez.
That is
what?
hilarious.
Y'all are wild.
So
Y'all
again,
are wild.
safety always is our really number one priority here, and the wires and the windows are there for safety reasons.
So you don't die.
Almost out here. More full auto games. Again, returning back to the safety standpoint, and it's funny is before we really made it a rule that most of our games are semi-automatic. It used to be full auto here. And we started playing, I think it was me and Adam introduced a lot of semi-automatic games. And all of a sudden we were like, wow, these semi-automatic games are just more interesting, more fun. Because it's not just 2 walls of people going for 15 minutes. There was true strategy involved with semi-auto games. It became a better play experience. And we also had a lot less people getting overshot point blank and literally coming off the field bloodied. So it is for a safety reason. We still do a few full auto games like Attack and Defend, but they are a limited amount for a reason.
Yeah. And also the same thing is like everyone wants to do a full auto game until we do a full auto game
and they get shot.
Yeah, and they get shot by everyone with their polar stars.
Do it
everyone
35
now.
minutes a second. Exactly.
Yeah, and they're like, oh wait, this sucks.
Right. So again, it is a safety thing. I'm not sitting here trying to discredit every suggestion because I realize that's what it kind of sounds like.
But you also,
but usually the suggestions are people who want to see something that we purposely aren't doing. So
right. So yeah,
this is
way,
reasons.
so you guys kind of understand where we're coming from. And then again, same handwriting twice in a row. Milsim Night. I always find it funny when people just throw the same thing over and over because of your handwriting. Either way, it's, Milsim Night is we've talked about doing a 16 or 18 plus night. Or even maybe a 21 plus night. But just show that there's interest. We always ask in these streams, if you're interested, to comment.
I pulled that in one of the Airsoft groups. I pulled for an
Yeah,
adult
exactly.
night,
so.
and that actually got a lot of positive feedback. But it would replace pistol shotgun night.
Right.
Yeah.
So
and you might be able to do pistol shotgun games during a Milsim night, because most Milsim guys have pistols.
Yeah.
So consider that aspect. But again, is you have to, for stuff to happen like that, show interest. We always talk in these streams saying, hey, comment below if you want to see this.
But that's
we
what
very
happens.
much read, like, trust me when we say we read every single comment that's put on our pages, on any
Yeah,
of
we
our
read
social
everything.
media.
Yeah.
So if you want something, freaking make it known, and we can make it a thing.
Yeah.
That's the most I can say is, like, we even did a speed soft night for a while. No one showed up, but we're totally willing to try. We're totally willing to try new stuff all the time, and we love trying new stuff. It's something new. It keeps it from being monotonous.
College experiment a little bit. No?
You took that from me, fam. I say that every day, forever, on everything.
I'm sorry. Were you about to say it?
No, I wasn't.
Oh.
But
actually,
show the interest.
Charles did mention reversing the sides for attack and defend.
You should actually do that.
And I've actually said this for a while, is we should do near side as defense, because, well, now it's not applicable. We used to always do the extension, and if you were a defender and you got shot, you're like, I don't want to walk through those doors. Whereas if we did near side, they could just walk off the field.
Yeah. That was always the best, just a line of people sitting in front.
Like, don't shoot me.
Yeah. Throw a little ball.
I would usually, so actually, on that note, something to mention, and it kills me as the number of people that do this, they'll walk off the field as a dead person, and they might have a red rag on at worst, or they may be a hand up, but they'll have their, like, gun at bear walking through the field, and you look like a target, you become a target, you get shot.
Yeah.
If you're walking off the field, and I know you've heard me say it, is when I'm walking through the field and I'm dead, I go, dead man walking, dead man, like, I make
Your gun is down, your hand is up, and you're like...
known that I'm coming around a corner before I do. And I usually don't get shot.
Oh, yeah.
Same here.
Like, literally, if you start yelling and you're in a doorway, about to enter a doorway, just put your hand up and
not
down.
even your hand, just wave your gun if you don't want to stick your hand around the corner. It's just enough to not surprise the person.
No one's gonna like, oh look, I see the butt stock. They're like, let me just shoot it. It's no.
99.
No, you'd be surprised.
Yeah, right. I'd say 98% of the time that works.
Yeah.
You always have the people who are kind of like, with something moving. But it usually works. Do we want to talk about our product spotlight this week?
Yes. Let's talk about it.
Let's do it.
So, I'm going to put this on for a second, and then remember that no one can hear what I'm saying with it on. But, we're all kind of a big fan.
We all look like bugs.
Yeah, right? We're all big fans of the Dye I4 masks. I do get a lot of people ask me what's new with the Dye I5 mask and if it's any better. And the Dye I5 mask is designed for
paintball.
A specific paintball gun.
Yeah, I mean, it has nicer foam in it, but it takes the exact same lenses as the i4. Basically, it has a little Bluetooth module inside it.
Audio reasons.
It has a Bluetooth little thing inside of the mask that talks to your gun. Your only paintball guns though, and it tells you how many shots you got left and other things that paintball.
And then the only difference is it's a little bit larger. It's kind of a little bit larger on the bottom for big
space. Like it later. I mean, like it's smaller. Though I do want to mention, I always like to pull out my innovation ideas. They should have a mask like that, and they should have a Bluetooth bow fan, and just have the audio pickup and receiver just in the mask right over your ear.
That's not a bad idea, to be honest.
Actually, kind of think of it. Why don't we have Bluetooth radios and headsets as it is?
Let's see.
Can fucking kill you.
Like a cat.
No, but like.
Okay, ready? Bluetooth, Kenwood, 2-pin. See if that's
I guess the PTT would be a little bit harder. No, you'd have like a Bluetooth PTT.
$60, $80. For someone like this, $90. So this.
Oh, a heads-up display accessory.
Okay.
So
is that true? There's a heads-up head.
I don't think is there a HUD inside the i5? I don't believe so.
So this.
All right, that's kind of balling.
Yeah, so you have the headset. Oh, so you connect it to any random Bluetooth headset, I guess.
Okay, that's kind of baller.
Then you do that. So that's kind of
now
cool.
I need a bone conduction Bluetooth headset.
Yeah, right?
Point aside, though, is getting back to what we were saying, the I4s are killer. They don't weigh much at all.
Yeah.
I hate full face masks.
Yes.
Trust me, I loathe them. But
Yes.
I would buy one of these.
Yeah.
And
if you see me, if I'm in an environment in which fog usually happens, like playing in the middle of winter at Patriot 2, I will always wear the mask, and I always bring it with me to every op. Sometimes I'll just wear my little Valken Zulus, and if they're not fogging, I'll run them because it's easier to talk and stuff to people, and easier to sight down a gun.
But when it's foggy,
if you have a situation in which you're fogging, this will almost always fix it. On the same token, what's great about them, and I wish I had brought a rifle down with me, I don't think there's a full face mask you can sight down a rifle better than these.
Oh yeah, because
they have
the sides
a
right here.
high-cut, flexible cheek.
Yeah, they're really,
and they're super molded.
Yeah, and I have like a full PRS stock, and I can sight down my scope, no problem. I have a low profile scope and a PRS stock, like worst combination possible, and I can still sight down my scope without a sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
easy.
And the cool thing is the lenses are super easy to change on these too.
Sorry, I'm just.
Actually, I was going to say, he has a clear lens. I've got the yellow lens.
Yes.
You've got the reflective lens. There's probably 30, 40 different lenses.
Oh, they have some. Honestly,
There's
their
some other
lenses.
ones.
We have like 10 different ones.
These are the Oakleys of Airsoft goggles.
Yeah.
And I'm not even kidding. Like they are fantastic. And they have so many pretty colors.
Yeah.
Like the non-reflective ones, or the very reflective ones
Yeah.
that Dan has. Those ones are really pretty. Not so great for this field, because as you can see, the lighting makes it look like it's bright in there, but it actually is pretty dark.
It's pretty dark.
So the darker the lens in a darker environment, you're gonna have a bad time. But they're good.
Personally, whenever I play here
He's
indoors, this is what I'm running.
I like my teeth.
That
Yep.
too.
Autumn
But I'm
Justice.
I'm a big dude.
Offensive.
If you couldn't tell, I'm a big dude. I'm probably sweating a lot. But I bought my mask secondhand, and I love the thing. I wear it all the time in here. It protects everything. I've done the thing, forever. I wore goggles and a mesh mask. I did the thing. I wore goggles and a mesh mask forever. I really it worked. It did a good job. But I got shot here. I've had that.
And after a while, it's so uncomfortable because you're like, here's my headset strap. Here's my goggle strap.
There's so much.
Here's my mesh
so
strap.
many
Here's like
straps.
straps all over your fucking head. You feel like your head shrinks the size.
This thing does
You also wear
everything.
helmets.
That too. They'll fit actually
that's a good
considerably
point.
well under helmets. But this thing's nice. The foam really absorbs like I wear a lot of kit. Or I'm a big guy, so I sweat a lot. It's great. I breathe a lot, so this thing doesn't fog ever, which is and if you played here, especially during the summer, it gets excessively hot.
Yeah, and the distance between, and if anyone knows any stuff about dual pane lenses, is basically, I believe it's an argon gas that's charged between the lenses, or maybe it's nitrogen, I don't remember. Either way, it's a noble gas, so that it can't hold moisture. And
Okay, I didn't realize that.
the more gas you have in there, the less chance you're going to fog because that works as a thermal barrier.
Yeah.
The distance between these lenses is substantial.
It's pretty. Yeah.
It's like a solid 3/4 to an inch between the lenses.
Which
is why they just don't.
Yeah, like you get some other goggles that are dual.
They're like dual pane and there's like a millimeter.
Yeah,
they literally just put two pieces of plastic on top of each other and they're like dual pane, and they just fog worse.
Yeah. Also, speaking of bad marketing but deceptive marketing, Vulcan has this thing called the polarized lens. Polar spelled like polar star, and then eyes. EYEZED. And I looked at it, and it's not actually polarized lens. They're just tinted dark with dual panes, and they call it polarized. I'm like, guys, come on.
That's approaching illegal.
Yeah, come on.
But these are great. Anyone of any age wear these. I wear them. 10-year-old kids that come here wear them. I've seen gentlemen that are much older than us wear these. They're just a good option. There's no fuss. they're the one mask you're ever going to need to buy.
Yeah.
And then you can do things like you can buy foam, you can buy different straps, you can buy different lenses. So if you buy one or you end up with one, you don't like it, you can change it around. Like I always thought this was like the coolest. I always thought this was the coolest. I like the navy blue.
And honestly, it's something worth mentioning because a lot of people don't want to buy an i4 because then they'll look like the speed softer crowd.
I know tons of guys. Wilson
exactly. That's my point. Stuff. And I remember when I played with Dirk at Patriot 2, James was like, all right, I'm just going to warn you ahead of time. They might make fun of you for your mask.
Oh, I thought that they were going to rip them apart.
And
I thought my team was
if it's not obvious enough, I dish a lot of shit. I can take it too. Even so, James was like, I just want you to be prepared. Like, they might shit on you hard for this. Yeah. But you know what? I didn't play like an asshole. And
no, just played hard and they didn't
they didn't say one thing. So, it's... You might look the part, but as long as you're not acting the part, you're fine.
But there's a reason that like more than half of our customers wear these, and the staff here, I mean, I own one, Bulger owns one. We have one that the refs kind of use.
Right.
I don't know else has one.
But either way, they're great.
So buy yourself one if you want one mask. You don't have to worry about fogging, and it's gonna fit your big ass head like me. Yeah.
You can get visors or something like that for them too. Can't you?
I think so, yeah.
And
then they make GoPro mounts specifically,
really?
like that'll go like right in there. Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's
cool.
I think it's a brain exploder.
Yeah. The contour.
True.
Yeah. I want to get on the contour life.
Dude, I told you it's so much better. I
like
the contour. No widening of the lens and just slide the thing forward.
Yeah, because they'll be like, oh shit, I've been recording for the past 30 minutes. There goes my entire GoPro battery.
And a contour mounted to a gun is so much more sleek.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get a GoPro pretty in there.
Yeah, it's not like contour's that slim profile.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, take the fucking mask off before I punch you. Just out of the corner of my eye.
Do you need this? It's like a cat.
It's like a cat. It's great.
No, but see, cats are lovable.
Ouch.
So,
oh my gosh.
Moving on.
It's hot.
Someone have any ice? I'm burned pretty bad.
I do want to talk a little bit about what you mentioned earlier, the Daytona Gun MP5.
You should share the video with people who are watching.
I can do that. So why don't you talk a little bit about it?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Fresh.
So, the Daytona Gun, I've talked about it briefly, but I will stand true that it is the most fun you can have playing Airsoft. I'm not.
It's when you're not playing and it's broken that it's not.
Yeah. So Daytona started out like basically it was a guy in his garage, this guy Tony, and he started building these kits. And the idea is you take a gas blowback body, and you modify it to accept an HPA tank, just like a Polar Star. It looks like a Polar Star with that, like from a glance. However, it has all the benefits of a gas blowback, so you get the feeling, the recoil, you can charge it up, you can HK slap it, and you get to use AEG mags. So where you save money on mags, you get to use it. Or where you save money on mags, you get to spend that on the gun. The guns are about $1,000 a piece, but they are excellent.
Well, this kit's only like $500, right? But real
quick, the kit is $500.
I'm going to show you. I'm going to put this video up. You can't have audio on it, unfortunately. Otherwise, you're going to get the feedback from the stream because this is on Google Chrome. But either way, you can still get the idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, the kit. You'll see.
And this is the new MP5. So when so the Daytona Guns now have an official distributor, Black Blitz Airsoft. And beforehand, how Tony would do it is he would do a limited run of these kits. For example, the MP5. Before this kit existed, MP5s in good condition were selling for $1,500. This kit itself is only $490 something. It takes a VFC AEG gun. Another thing is they would only use guns that have been discontinued, and you'd have to pay $1,000 just for the donor
base
gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's helping Tony design these guns with actual common receivers. Like for example, the new 416 kits, those use the VFCs, which is awesome because everyone wanted a 416.
The VFC gas blowback 416 or VFC AEG?
The AEG actually. And so it's helping keep costs down, so they're actually much more affordable. And now that there's a distributor, you can assume that support will be much better for
reliability gone up at all?
I would hope that it has, but I can't speak much for that one. But I mean, just watch this video. Yeah. Look at that. Like, this guy is his arm is shaking from the recoil on this, and so
the thing is
I don't need it. And especially since I sold all of my HPA rig, like my tank and regulator.
Well, that was a mistake.
I should have kept it. Yeah, just because I knew I'd get another HPA gun.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I really
now you literally have a sniper you can't use.
Really want that Daytona gun.
Yeah, you thought you couldn't use a sniper before.
Yeah.
No,
when I saw that video 5 minutes after he put it up, I was just like,
yeah,
hello there.
Hello. Part of me wants to say I'd buy that. The issue is I can't justify it.
It's so much money.
Yeah.
Like, especially between the what do you call it? Like all the uppers that I have.
Yeah.
It's one of those things I'd get it, I'd say, this is awesome.
It's a different flavor, but then you'd be like, well,
it's like, but if I want it, exactly. Because I might use it here, but if I went to an event, I'd always use
but I don't play here enough to use it.
Exactly. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Is like, if I went to an event, I'd be like, I want the best gun, which is always going to be my polar star.
Yeah. Like, if I went down to the Guardian Center, you won't, I don't think I'd be rocking a Daytona gun in a firefight. They're reliable when they work, but like, if you have issues with it, like, usually when something breaks on it, it's a day to fix it.
But that's like
it's a whole thing to fix.
That's clearly like your favorite type of gun.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I have a knack for guns that don't like to work.
How annoyed you were getting during employee night.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. So we during employee night, the first time we turned off all the lights, and it was me and Des take on 4 other employees, and I had my night vision on.
Wow.
And yeah, it was lit. I just got to be like, oh.
Actually, no, lights were off.
It wasn't. Yeah. It was
I had my night vision on. Isn't that what I said?
No, you said it was lit, and I said no, lights were off.
Oh. Ooh, I can feel the viewers right now just like. Well, yeah, and so I saw I think it was Ryan. He peeked his head out, and he was just keeping it out because he thought I couldn't see him, which is mistake number 1. And so
mistake number 2 is you had your IR on.
Yeah.
And they just go, we see the red glowing light.
I had every single infrared piece, since none of them had night vision. I had all my IR on. Those have little red dots from a distance, and so it's like a GoPro recording. So they're like, I see a red dot. I'm like, ah, shit. So they knew where I was. So I turned off all my IR. And I lined up my infrared laser right in this kid's freaking forehead, and I pulled the trigger, and it didn't shoot. And then he saw me, and he started shooting at me. And you know what it was? I had to take out the mag, put it back in, and hit the bolt release because it's a freaking PTW. And
so you disable that?
No, there is no way to disable it.
Like it's like a cool gimmick feature, but like at the end of the day, you're like, I don't want this.
Yeah, no.
Because like being able to dry fire is kind of like an important aspect of.
Well, with the mag out, you can dry fire, but with the magazine in, with no.
That's what I'm saying though.
It's
like
shoot.
You have to admit, there's probably been times where you're like, cool, I need to get around this corner, and halfway through you start dry firing. You're not just like, oh, I'm going to stop shooting now as I run. You just keep making the noise because you know it keeps heads down.
Yeah.
At that point, you're shooting, you hear something like zip, 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 zip. You gotta keep that suppressive fire.
Fucking PTW noise.
PTWs are the best, though. Yeah. Well, I'm just saying that because I still own one. Once I sell
Brendan took his out, first or second occasion, it stopped working. There was just a bunch of, what was it? I think he just had to clean. He had to clean it or something. Like it just didn't work. It was just a lot of crap.
Into that.
Scott's Titman's. I don't know if you saw I don't know if you saw his adapter. Scott's ASA adapter for his Titman was just. It was filthy. It was just. I've never seen so much sand in anything. Like.
Oh god. That pains me.
I was like, how'd you get a beach in there? It was really, like, just everything. It was hilarious.
It was a real beach?
It was a real beach for him. It's natural. It's nice to have my whole new Alpha.
Oh yeah, so update, the Mark 19 build. I'll just, like, slowly keep talking about this on the cast as the summer goes by. So I got a mechanism for feeding a belt. It's half scale. I should have brought it. I left it at home. So I can feed a belt in front of a barrel of different grenades. So what I'm thinking right now is one belt will be smoke grenades and 40 millimeter ball, like foam balls, heavy foam balls. and you'll have a switch whether you want to shoot a smoke grenade or a foam ball. And then on the bottom will be pellet like shotgun blasts. So it'll be like 2 barrels, which I know is not truly Mark 19, but it's close enough. And you'll just have like 2 triggers. It'll be like foam, 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 foam for foam balls. Where you swing over and hit the other like the lever triggers like this. You hit this trigger and it shoots shotguns.
Jesus.
That's kind of
It'll be
cool.
fun. It'll be fun.
It's gonna be great, honestly. And once you find a friend with a vehicle and you can mount it to
Right.
that,
Seriously, it'll be a good time.
it'll be a great time.
Or, God, I definitely need a barrel to shoot Reapers though, tagging Reapers.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, you'd be like, I'm going
you need
broke!
to get like a
You
long
feel
barrel for those so it can continue to accelerate throughout.
Every
Oh
time
no, that's
you
it.
shot.
Yeah, it's gonna. So the mechanism is only gonna. It's just gonna line it up, and that's not even gonna use the Reaper back end. It's just gonna use the Reaper round and my own HPA system.
Yep.
So it's just gonna line it up in front of a barrel, and then you go and you shoot it, and it'll keep going down that barrel.
That's right.
Every time you
Yeah,
shoot,
rifle
you're
and
gonna
everything.
feel a little hit inside of you, and that's
Right?
No, your pants suddenly aren't as heavy as your wallet lightens.
Exactly. Yeah. but when you're going doo, 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 and in the distance you hear ba 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 them exploding.
Oh god,
Yeah.
that's intimidation.
That'd be amazing.
That's morale.
That
Gone,
would be-
right?
Yeah, like if you're fighting in town at UBG, you
And
roll
it's-
up and you just pop, 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 pop. You can guarantee the enemy team's gonna run the other direction.
Well, if you do that and then you follow it with just 200 round blasts at like 1 or 2 rounds a second.
Jeez, man, no one's gonna want to play. Actually, Gordon just joined too.
Oh, really? Oh, God. I'd love to showcase
Gordon,
that.
what about a vehicle-mounted full-auto grenade launcher that launches, R2B grenades?
Or tag-ins. Or
Tag-ins.
Yeah.
For use on ground troops.
Or shotgun blasts or foam balls.
Yeah, or just like.
Oh, actually, I need to check the rules on if a foam ball, obviously, if it hits a vehicle, you can use it as a vehicle kill weapon. If it hits a person, is it still? Are they dead?
I would say yes. I feel like the answer should be yes to that
It
one.
should be.
It should be. But don't do it. I feel like I should follow up with that one. Don't.
Well, I do technically.
Just shoot one of the dummy rounds.
I do have a thought of having
it cracks windshields. Some crack
Well,
a rib.
I have a thought. No. Like the. So I figured out the perfect thing to launch. They're training golf balls. So they're a hard foam rubber, and they're exactly 40 millimeters.
Yep, that's
And
actually what
a pack
spoke
of
about.
50 is $8. Oh, which is really not bad.
Still.
So I would just launch those. But I'm thinking I might have 2 solenoid systems, so you can pick between like high power and low power. So, but I don't know. That starts getting more complicated. We'll see. We'll see. I just have to get the mechanism finished. It's basically designed. I need to work on the barrel system now and the firing system. But
Actually, he did reply. He said, "Mounted Mark 19." He said, "Yes, please."
hopefully AJ will see something like
He
that.
said, concern being we need to figure out the grenades since no one with vehicles can agree on tag-ins.
Yeah. I would be okay with not shooting tag-ins as long as, like I said, the foam balls people would be okay with.
Yeah.
I can't imagine
there's
people-
a line between bringing your nice truck to a game and also the fact that you're there to be shot at.
Right.
So you have to find like a balance.
Yeah, I can understand the tag-in issue.
Yeah, I can understand.
Even though it's
Wait, people wouldn't be fine with foam balls? That's dumb. We use foam balls all the time.
No, I think foam balls would be okay.
I think it'll be fine.
The tag-ins would just be cooler because you'd be able to shoot them.
Yeah, just have
so
a
far.
rifled missile.
Oh my god, and shoot so far. But like I said, it would literally be like cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. Like, what is it? How much is a box of 6 or 10 of those? Like
a box of 6 is $85 for the RTB grenades.
No, for the foam tipped.
No. Well, for the foam tip, the non-explosive ones, it's $65 for a box of 10.
That's still $6.50 a shot.
Yeah, no, that's still
Better than throwing an
That'd be
RTB.
like
15,
Every
15,
10 seconds
15.
would be $60.
yeah.
Jeez.
But it'd still be fun.
Gordon said foam golf balls equal okay. real golf balls.
I can never do that.
Real golf balls wrapped in tape or foam. No thanks.
Oh my god. Anyone who does that is just an asshole.
So someone would definitely do it though. Be like, oh, I can get more range out of this
Right,
bad boy.
so that's
You
why-
knock someone's jaw
That's
off.
why we've talked about the idea of like, you know, if I were to make this, would I sell it? If I made something that looked like a Mark 19, as cool as it would be, I'd be afraid of selling something that people could abuse to that level.
Yeah, like you could easily modify
Because
it.
you've seen the way the design is. You could throw real golf balls in and be
Yes,
like an
yeah.
absolute dick. And I wouldn't want to be the person that sold something that someone just like walked to an airsoft game and shot, you know, golf balls at 2 rounds a second.
Yeah, that would kind of not be cool.
No, so yeah, we'll see. But we actually, I just realized only got 4 minutes left. So you want to do the wrap up comments and stuff
Jeez,
like
already?
that? Yeah, these random streams
Yeah.
are some of my favorites.
Yeah.
All right. So
It's better to go in with no preparation.
the thing, doing the thing, the thing.
Pretty
All right.
good, though.
So recap of things we have coming up. June 18th, like I said, it's Father's Day gaming. You pay for admission for your child. If you are a father, you get to play for free. Yes, it has to be
Okay,
your
that
child,
happened.
or I mean a child.
Yeah, you
So then that's
Someone's
very
a dick.
that's cool. All you have to do is pay for rental if you don't have your own stuff. But if you do, you're fine. Your admission's covered. So Father's Day gaming, Sunday, June 18th, $25 for standard admission, $45 for rental admission. We have.
Rentals aren't included with the free father.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
That's
Oh,
what I
okay.
said.
Gotcha.
Dad, I'm
Listen,
on my
bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
Stop talking all the time and maybe listen.
Didn't you tell me before the stream started to talk more?
No, I did.
Oh, that was Des.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because usually you're sitting there back there on your laptop.
You're on there and you're like, no.
I'm going to internet.
He's like keyboard warrior.
Yeah, just telling people they suck through Extreme's page, like, ha 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 ha.
Basically.
Definitely not me.
We have July 2nd, Fall of the Rising Sun. Pre-registration is going to hopefully be up this week. That's something that
I
I'd
can
like
get that
to-
set up,
Yep.
definitely.
So pre-registration will hopefully be done this week.
If not, blame him.
Yeah, probably him.
I'll get it done by tomorrow. Then the
If
field
not,
game,
blame him.
the field move for that game will be very good. If not, blame me.
Yeah, we're gonna really try and really change up the field. We know the last few field moves have kind of been pretty similar. We really want to change the field.
We're gonna really
The
just
feel
kill it.
of the
It's
field.
going to be quite razzled and a good amount of dazzled as well.
Right? No, sorry. The show we're doing Razzle, Give 'em, Razzle Dazzle. So we're just doing that song, so that made me give me
That
a
reminds
moment.
me.
I was like, Razzle Dazzle.
I'm gonna ask you a question about that after.
Okay. Anyways, July 2nd is the event. Pre-registration is going to be up. World War II themed. Focus on the Pacific Theater. So it's going to be USA versus.
But if you have
Is
German,
it-
if you have
is
German
it-
kids show up,
Is it specifically the Pacific?
Pacific.
As a kid, that's how I used to say specific. I would.
I'm not surprised.
It's like how kids say. It's like how kids say Paschetti when they're young. It's like I want Paschetti. It's like no, you're wrong. I remember. I think one of my sisters said that once. I was like, "You're wrong. Get out of here. Go away." So there's that. Again, thank you to everybody who came and supported the swap meet. That wasn't really anything for us. It was mostly for
we
the.
got nothing.
It
out
was
of
really
it,
for the
but-
community. Like,
Yeah, like how
Yeah.
many tables were set, or how many people were selling stuff anyway?
I'd have to say we had like at least 13 to 15. Like
Oh, it's not
we had a
bad.
decent number. We had quite a few walk-ons, which was
Cool.
very
Was that
nice.
posted on Niaz prior?
I don't know actually. It may have been
Probably
posted
not.
on the
Probably not. But
Next
we
time,
put it
we'll
up.
make sure to put
Me and
up.
James
I
put it up.
I put up all the future events on Niaz, even if they're just placeholders.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I did that recently actually.
We went through just about all the Facebook. I went through. Me and James both went through the Facebook groups we're a part of for Airsoft for like New England. We put those up there. I had people messaging me that they said it was.
Actually, no, that wasn't there.
Oh, good. Glad to hear it. Cool.
So hopefully September, October, we'll be thinking of doing our next one.
And of course, don't forget our 8-year.
Don't forget the 8-year. August 26th.
Almost
It's gonna be a
2
Saturday. It's
We
gonna
already
be
have a lot
super
of big
awesome.
companies: Elite Force, Vulcan, G&G, and I believe
John
one
from
more.
Z-Shot's coming, right?
I've been bugging him about it, and he said he really wants to come.
Better be.
Yeah, so John, you better come.
John better not be lame, okay?
Are we getting
Like,
PTS here again? He was
Um,
cool.
Yeah, he was cool. He was cool. I hope to get him back soon. As long as I just don't ship the wrong. Or did I tell you about that shipping thing? Oh, story time. Okay. All right. So
Make it quick.
this is me being a moron of a manager.
Ship it to your house by mistake or something?
No. So Greg Wong, Spartan 117, super cool guy. He's also like the representative for PTS. And so he came out for the expo and he brought his booth with him and a bunch of cool guns to show off. And he needed a package to be delivered down to Georgia before the next weekend because that's where he was going next. And so I gave him the dimensions. I weighed it all out. I got the shipping label from it. It was FedEx. And so I'm like, okay, cool. There's no FedEx drop-off locations anywhere around me. But URI has a center where they ship and receive every single day. I see these trucks coming in and out. And so I'm like, all right, cool, I'll drop it off. Like, there's no issue with that. So I dropped it off on Monday. I dropped it off. It didn't ship, it didn't leave URI, the shipping center, until Friday.
Oh.
And the thing is, I watched these trucks come in and out, and it would make perfect sense that they would, oh, hey, I got this package, let me just bring it with me.
Why didn't you use UPS?
Oh, no, I didn't use UPS. He gave me a tracking label already made.
Oh, okay.
And so, I mean, I guess it was my fault. I mean, I took the blame for it, but like, yeah, he was pretty pissed. I got a very frantic call from him on Friday night, the Friday night, and I was like, and I looked at the tracking, and the only explanation that made sense was that it didn't leave. They only do pickups on Fridays.
That's so lame. This is why FedEx sucks.
Yeah, and I felt so bad because he didn't have anything for this spot. I mean, he had his goodie bags, to give out free stuff, but he didn't have the product to show. So please come back.
Don't worry.
That
Chuckles will take care of you. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah,
I'll take care of it.
I felt so bad though. I was like, oh my god.
But with that sad note, on that bombshell, we're going to call it a night. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Once again, these are one of my favorites.
This was great
for an hour and a half. But as always, like we went through the suggestion box. We're always happy to hear more suggestions. Let us know what you want, and we always try and make it happen, whether it be the stream, whether it be videos, whether it be gameplay, what you want to see in the store. As always, like I said,
we exist for you guys.
Right? Let us know what you want to see, and we literally read and see everything. If this stream wasn't proof enough on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, but we'll see you next week. Not sure what the topic's going to be, but we'll definitely shoot it out there on Facebook and Instagram sometime this week. And like I said, thanks for joining. Have a great night, guys. And Steve, actually, what are you doing this Thursday?
This Thursday is gonna be G36s, the area the Elite Force Umarex ones. So we got the G36C and the full size.
The old generation of the MOSFETs.
Yeah, the nice Elites. Those ones are.
Well, I mean, they both have that.
It's gonna be a little bit of a longer video, but there's a lot to cover. I mean, those are like the one thing that I like.
Content heavy video.
Content heavy.
That's the best way to put it.
Yeah. Educational.
But yeah, like I said, guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
See you guys.
Actually, hopefully we'll see you this weekend.
This week. Woo!